Many of us were introduced to the forex markets the wrong way, which led to frustration and setback for a long time. As a result of the pain and frustration many of us go through, some decided to quit forex, believing forex is a scam, while others persevere, believe they are going to find their edge, that everything is going to fall into place. In this video, I'm going to learn practical steps that will help you as a beginner to reduce the frustration and pain many of us go through in our early stages, and it will also help you to shorten your learning curve in the forex market. If this resonates with you, stick around while we dive straight into the video. Do you know that being introduced to that buy and sell button in your early stage, like your first week or your first 2 weeks in the market environment, has done more harm than good? Now, let me explain. Why are you clicking that buy and sell button when you don't even know what is happening in the market? You are coming into the forex environment without taking time to study how the environment works, and you're going ahead to buy and sell in the market. So by the time you keep losing, you don't even know the reason you are losing. You don't even know the reason you are winning. You don't even know anything that is happening in the market space. What you need this stage is to take your time to study the environment, the market environment. Take your time to study it first. At this stage, you need discipline, focus, and patience to focus on a particular pair at this stage to understand how it works. Now, focusing on a particular pair doesn't mean you're going to trade only that pair for the rest of your life, or if you choose to divert to other pairs that you're not going to do that, you are still going to do that. But now you want to study how the market works first. So by the time you pick a particular pair and you decide to study how the candlestick moves, how a particular candlestick prints, how the next one prints, how the next one prints, you begin to get familiar with the market space. Now, so by the time you pick one pair, I will suggest you go to the lower time frame first. This is not about picking trades, so you don't have to say I shouldn't be trading in a lower time frame. This is about studying the market. Okay, so what you have to do is go to 1 minute or 5 minute time frame. Try to study how a candle prints, how the next one prints, how the next one prints, and how the next one prints. This is going to get you familiar to this market space. All right, so by the time you focus to see how a candlestick prints, either it's printing to the upside, you are gradually getting used to how a particular candle prints. Remember, the same way a candle prints on 1 minute time frame or even 5 minutes time frame is the same way it's printing on the daily time frame, the weekly, the monthly time frame. The only difference is the time. So you not have the whole time in the world to look at how a candlestick is printing on the daily time frame or even 4 hour time frame. You don't have the whole time in the world to do that. So that's why I said you should look at it on the lower time frame. Get familiar with how a particular candle prints, how it closes, how the next one prints, how it closes, how the next one prints, how it closes. So with this, you are being introduced to what is called price action. Price action is simply the behavior of the market, how a candle is printing, how the next one is printing, how it's being reacted to a particular zone or a particular level. That's price action. So by the time you pay attention to this pair, to only one pair at this stage, this will begin to unfold itself to you one after the other. That's why I said you need patience and you need focus. Yes, you're going to get distracted when you come online and you see a video talking about how he or she makes such amount of money with this pair. You may tend to shift your focus on what you are learning at this stage. Okay, so by the time you focus on one pair at this stage, you are beginning to understand how it's printing, how the next one is printing, how the next one is printing. When a candle prints to a certain level, you begin to see how it's printing to the downside. When it's getting to a particular zone, you begin to see how it's now printing again to the upside. It's printed above the other level it got to. This brings me to the market structure. So now, by the time you look at this, you'll be able to understand that, okay, as this market was printing to the upside, it was beginning to form a structure. Since it was printing to the upside, printed a little to the downside and now continue to the upside. So this is what is called an uptrend. So uptrend is when a market is making a series of higher highs and higher lows. So by the time you pay attention to one pair and you begin to see how this unfolds, it will help you to have a knowledge about what is called an uptrend. Okay, let's go for a downtrend. So by the time you focus your attention on a particular pair and you see how the market is printing to the downside, it now printed again to a particular level, decided to print again to the downside, you begin to have a knowledge about what is called a lower high and a lower low, which is what a downtrend. So by the time you focus your attention again, you begin to see when the price is just printing around the same zone. It's not printing above a particular zone, it's not printing below a particular zone, it's just printing just around the same zone. If someone should tell you about consolidation, you have a clearer knowledge of what the person is talking about. So in your early stage, you have to get familiar to all these things first before you even talk about buying and selling, because at this stage you don't even know why you are buying, you don't even know why you are selling. By the time you focus your attention to understand price action and market structure, so what is called an uptrend, a downtrend, and what is called a consolidation, if you want to use like a trend line as your strategy, you know where you are going to draw your trend line, you know where you are going to target and all of that. You are beginning to understand how to use a trend line if that is what you want to trade with. By the time you get familiar to all of these, you can now start picking trades to see if what you've learned is going to unfold itself. Let's say you are using a trend line, you draw your trend line, and you're like, let me see if price is going to get to this zone. If price should get to this zone, I'm going to buy. Now you are beginning to understand why you want to buy or why you want to sell, why you should click on that buy button and why you should click on that sell button. A lot of us get introduced to how to buy and sell and how to use a strategy when you don't even understand price action and when you don't even understand the structure of the market, if you are seeing an uptrend or if you are seeing a downtrend. By the time you start upgrading from the lower time frame to the higher time frame, by the time you start applying the knowledge you've gotten from the lower time frame to a higher time frame, it will begin to make more sense to you. Do you understand? You begin to have more clarity in the market space. So now, if you now start applying multi-time frame analysis, you know how you are applying the multi-time frame analysis and you know what you are doing in the market. All right. So now, by the time you have a strategy you are working with, being disciplined to stick to that strategy to see how it unfolds is not going to be hard for you because you've already disciplined yourself to focus on a particular pair to see how it unfolds. So many of us, since we're introduced to how to buy, how to sell, even when we don't even know why we are buying, even without getting familiar to the market space, when we now have a strategy we are applying in the market, it tends to be very difficult for us to be patient, to stick to our strategy, and to also wait for our setup to form before we pick trades. So by the time you have a strategy you are working with and you've tested it out in your demo account, you can now proceed to buying a profit account. Okay, because this profit account, when you get a profit account, you are going to learn a different thing entirely at this stage. You are going to learn a different thing entirely. Trading a profit account is going to help you to apply risk management. Trading a profit account is going to teach you a different thing entirely. It's going to teach you how to apply risk management. It's also going to help you to follow your rules. So even when you lost your profit account, you know why. Maybe it's because you did not apply your risk management well, or you did not follow your rules, or one thing. At least at this stage, you'll be able to figure out why you lost that profit account. Many of us go straight to buying a profit account when we don't even know how the market works, when we've not taken time to study the environment, and when we don't even know why we are buying and why we are selling. So when we lost a particular profit account, we don't even understand why we lost the profit account. Do you understand? There is a comment I got where the person said, I was introduced to the Forex space 3 days ago. I went ahead to buy a profit account and I lost it. The lesson I've learned from it is the market is about loss and win or something like that. Depression is real. This stage, you are not even supposed to buy a profit account because you don't even know how to trade yet. So the lesson a profit account is going to teach you, you will not get it. All right, so I decided to share this to help one or two persons out there who is feeling frustrated already, who is passing through pain and frustration in the market without even understanding or without even knowing why. So if you should apply this step by step, it's going to help you a whole lot. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys in my next video. Bye.